final day and night. The time we have all been waiting for. The night of Charles' work has all come down now.
And then we have
it was a great turnout.
a sequence of lights which is based on the heartbeat. The legendary Ron Sabins with the footballing hero. And then we have playground activities who are developed by Hebburn Youth Club.
Get the volume right up. Hello lads. Can you tell where we are today?
Heaven Flash.
Explain.
So the initial switch on of the lights that's been in progress for 7.5 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted that to join us here in the PA is the Mayor of South Tyneside, Councillor Alex Donaldson, who will introduce the flash.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice for Brenda and I to be here for the switch on of the long-awaited Flash of Hebburn, which is South Tyneside's third, final and most eagerly anticipated piece of part of the art on the Riverside programme. Tonight is all about Hebburn, in the spotlight literally. Following the launch, Flash Hebburn will visually signify Heburn's location on the tide across the river in Walker. Residents, they're probably watching us now, they have a perfect viewing platform of this piece of art.
Hebburn has a fantastic past. The present at the moment is a bit uncertain with the credit crunch, etc. But let's just recap what we've done. We came from Scottish and Irish and sometimes Welsh backgrounds, and we have been a melting pot. And all the strengths of those different peoples have come into one spirit, and that's the Hebburn spirit. And you can look along the river, there's no other town and no other village has the spirit of Hebburn. We are a unique people, very, very unique.
Thank you very much, Councillor McKay. Well, you've heard the next gentleman's name mentioned many times. Now you'll hear the man behind the name. He made a very moving speech to us all on board the ferry when we were checking it out earlier this week. And he's really made a great connection to the people of Hebburn. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the guy who spent 7.5 years working with our community to give us this special piece of public art. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. In fact, give a big cheer to the one and only Charles Quick.
It was time for Charles to say goodbye to his dream as it becomes a reality.
Good evening, everybody. Great to see so many familiar people, so many familiar faces, people I've worked with over those years, and people who've really supported this project. Also a special thank you to people I know who've travelled hundreds of miles to be with me tonight. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I've been asked a lot of questions over the years about this piece, so I thought what I'd do was answer a few of those questions for you, and I put a few of my own that nobody ever asks me. Over the past couple of weeks, the question that I wanted everybody to ask me is what has kept your enthusiasm for this project going over the past 7.5 years? There are two things. The first time I was ever brought to this park 7.5 years ago and invited to make a proposal for this park, I couldn't believe my luck. I've been making public art for 30 years. I've never been offered such an excellent site. What a wonderful place Hebburn Riverside Park is. And no way was I going to let go of that. The other thing really came once I started to do my research and started to talk to the people of Hebburn. I couldn't believe it that these people could understand my ideas. Straight away, they were enthusiastic about it. They didn't ask me why I wanted to do it. They just wanted to know more about it. So those two things have really kept me driving up the A1 to Hebburn for all those years.
And now everybody play music before we switch the lights on.
The moment was here, and the crowds gathered on the hill.
chosen by the 300 people of who worked on the selection of the sequences with Charles, and our special thanks from Charles tonight to everybody who worked, but particularly from the representatives of the Mad Hatters who are tonight, Mark Nicholson who's here tonight, Peter Fallick, the Swale.
The sequences began. These sequences were created by the people of Hebburn, ranging from young to old. This represented the spirit of Hebburn.
That looks alright.
No, you're not going to pass this to
More interviews.
What do you think of the lights?
I like them. I think it's a nice visual art piece for Hebburn. It's good that the community's been involved and we've had some kids involved in designing it. I'm looking forward to seeing our piece, and it's nice that the community's come out and support it.
Cheers, Chris.
momentous occasion.
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been really fun. You know, making all of the balloons and that has been great. But my balloon's gone now, as you can see. It's been an excellent show. The community spirit's been excellent, you know. I didn't think there would be this big a turnout, but making the balloons, doing all the holders, it was just a great fun, you know. And it helps if the artist has got a community spirit, you know. That helps a great deal. And it's just a fantastic turnout, you know. And I hope Hebburn and the rest of Tyneside is going to be impressed. But you know, that ways to be seen. But it's been great. It's been a long journey, and it's been fun. And what else can I say? Hawthorne Arts has been there all the way. How's that for you?
Thanks.
What do you think about the piece so far?
Very interesting. I wasn't sure what I was going to expect, to be quite honest. But it's unusual, to say the least. And my thoughts were the people in the distance up at Gateshead, across the Walker, seeing it, because I think the best viewing points are going to be half a mile away. Very good. I'm quite surprised. Very arty. Very arty.
Finally caught up with Charles.
Well, I'm so pleased so many people have come out to see it, you know, and I hope all those people have a real sense of ownership.
Happiness is a bit like me, one and all, like an old oak tree. Happiness, yeah, it's following me. Happiness is all around, as far as I can see. Who'd have thought that happiness comes on a weekday for me? Oh, happiness is a bit like me, one and all, like an old oak tree. Happiness, yeah, it's following me. Happiness is free. Oh, happiness is free. Just like you and me, it's free.